Hi, my name is Lizilka, and I'm the author of Blue Mountain Mist. I am here today doing another entry, and this one has to do with the Niagara Falls region. So I went to Niagara Falls, and in the fall area, I did an assessment because we had a hidden conflict in Canada, and a lot of money was spent trying to cover it. Now, this is based off the authentic story. In the authentic story, this person here did something monumental for humanity. It's a divination story. She was conceived in 1967, and she actually, not just anthropology wise, made all humans Jews for the better of humanity. She is the womb of colors. She also expanded wholly in her modern divination story. Now, when she went to Niagara Falls, the first thing she did was she assessed the area, and it brought such horrific memories. First of all, if you notice, I'm having trouble breathing. That is because even for singing purposes, there's an underlying cut in the chest cavity that makes me be like a 90-year-old woman sometimes without me practicing my vocals about an hour a day. So I have to, in order to speak properly. So in the Niagara vicinity now, when I went there, I was so sad. You have no idea. So sad because this person fought for 20 years to help her brother in 1998 release Turkic is the first linguistic for Earth. It was so sad. My head's down, thinking about Rainbow Bridge, how much people in the cluster 3 lost their lives. They may have been thrown off the bridge. Really horrifically sad, and all you see is someone spent $5 to $10 million or $2 million. I don't know the exact cost to put an immense light show there to cover the pain. And that is what the richest do in conflict. They, when there's a hidden war, they try to hide the tragedy on a particular land. But as I'm driving around, some of the houses, you can tell, have had trauma to them. So my head's bent down. I'm about to pass one particular point, and all of a sudden, this massive blue light comes in my face, followed with a massive white light. That's just Lucifer telling me he is there. Now, this is humanity's fate. We are on a floating boulder, and even with the person you're looking at, her face was colored and her facial features were changed, and the halo, they tried to remove it off her face. It was a massive challenge, but it's not about me. It's about respect to the sky. And that is where we are today, trying to give a respect to the sky so that our futures and the karma of our futures are better. And that is the key. So I didn't know whether to laugh or cry because, you old goat, are you here again? You know what I mean? Because in 2013 with the court cases, like Ben Johnson in a track meet on steroids, they took the Kanata, means wings. They went to Israel and they rebuilt Israel and redesigned it, the new holy lands, using Hanna's work, which is myself. And I'm looking at them funny. You would think they would stay down there. It's the better for humanity. But today, as I'm in the Niagara vicinity and I'm looking, you will never believe what else I saw. I actually saw the hornet's nest hiding out over there with their media people. And I'm saying, wow, because amongst the rubble and the crud and the buildings being not up to Canadian standard, they're just hiding out over there. And the reason why they came back because they're also kind of excited. They're excited that someone actually fought them, and the funny thing is, I'm actually fighting in my head a real devil, possibly being on Hansers and all of that. And they're behind the devil because that's their job. And they don't know whether to get excited or not, but they're out there. And, I did what I had to do down there. And then I came back And I'm thinking, okay, I have to do another insert today because it has been nothing but difficult. If here is some counsel for you. Sometimes when you're medical doctors, you think you know all and be all because you are a doctor. Hannah wouldn't know where her liver is if you know, and she doesn't remember biology at all. But on a more serious note, when someone designs a mega project like Hanna, and you know, 3/4 of the way you decide to redesign it, it doesn't come out the same. It's not the authentic version. We want the world to see the authentic version for several reasons. The one main reason is she's actually trying to finish. So with old colonial Europe in St. Catharines now hiding out, and all these doctors pushing their kids because they see it as too much work, that money is meant for social betterment. It's not meant to redesign Israel. Israel has a lot of money, and this person here is the one who opened it up. We have to protect the national borders and the sovereign lands of Canada. I mean, they're all, like I said, India's one side, China's another, Mossad's across the street, and Hannah's sandwiched like a turkey bird. They're all excited, yes, but you are actually in breach of competition. How ruthless you were over the course of Canada's cluster history. It's an artificial cluster you designed in Canada to actually battle a profit, and that is what some of the biggest challenges are. So when you see this video, just know that this person is the authentic version person. How do you know? Well, if you come to my door, I have no fingerprints. They are removed. What else? I have a massive cut. I don't feel any problems pulling down my panties if you want to have a look. But that is not the other reason. The other reason is too many people are amongst the blood and the gore and the gladiators. They're too excited, and there's too many people, including soldiers, in Canada. So, you know, it would be nice if you sort of politely backed off. The project is called The Real Evolve. In the future, all this will close. We want humans, every human, to see what real Jews do. So not to punish, because back then it was a needed vice with intel and logistics and psychology and philosophy. We are able to redesign Earth in a better way. I just am asking for a little piece of land, no different than the famous Ottoman clap back in Israel centuries ago, probably about the 1700s. Just a small piece of land. Be very respectful and do what you know is right, and give this person the required tools instead of going as big ass men in her bank account and taking out money. Do the right thing and make it a celebrational thing. We saw too much pain. We want the earth to celebrate for the next thousands of years the leaving of the devil. Now, not in a bad way, because like I said, in Niagara Falls, I started laughing my head off with that bright blue light in my front cheeks. But we know the universe is based off equilibrium, and it's based off quantum physics, and it's based off interplanetary floating masses in black space. We know that. We know there is other life out there. We want to be the best planet, a competitive thing versus all the other planets out there. And because it's floating now, we have to respect and meditate and heal. And you don't want to look at the person, at the messenger. You want to look strictly at the sky, like open up your window and just look at the sky and just be respectful to divine. And it doesn't have to, if you're atheist, be respectful to the scientific matter out there, and understand it. When we think of it and we know everything's in balance, that means using the theories of physics, everything would be in a 50-50 stance, 50% cold, 50% hot, 50% happy, 50% sad. So Hannah's trying to cheat now. And she's pretty good at that. If she broke into several Vatican files, secretive files, what she's trying to do is actually make it 99% happy and 1% sad. And you know, that is where we are today. Forget the 50-50 thing. We don't want 50% of sadness. We want 99% happy, 1% sad. Using the theories, imbalancing the theories of quantum physics, using human intelligence. That is where we are today, not one teardrop theory. We have seen too much pain. All humans are should be in celebrational mode. We want to redo this 1,000 times for our children's children. But this is the authentic one. That is the key. And the more important thing is just to get out of her bank account. It's a respect thing. If we start breaching law like that, it's going to be a problem for the future. We will really go back to animal mode. And humanity spent $1 trillion industrialization to give standards to humans. We want a better world, and not just like cages a human into a house and they lose the house. And we want better standards for humans, and especially the pain witnessed by myself for the armed forces. Never again. Those are my children, technically in spirit. That is where we are today. Thank you and have a good day. Please support the Mega Project. Thank you.